Welcome to lecture number 8, which is about inference based on a single sample, estimation with confidence intervals. So this is a quick overview of this lecture. So first I will start by discussing what a target parameter is. And after this, I will discuss a couple of ways something called the confidence interval can be constructed for population mean, for population proportion, and for population variance. And then I will show you how to find a sample size using the information about the confidence interval. So let's move to the first section. So our objective is to use the information from some sample to get some information from the population. And when we use the sample information, we estimate the so-called population parameters of interest, which will, from this point, we'll start calling target parameters. So target parameter, this is the unknown population parameter. It can be mean, proportion, or variance that we are interested in estimating. And we've already met them in the previous lecture. So mu stands for the population mean, or it can also be population average. P stands for the population proportion. In the exercises, it can also be mentioned as percentage, fraction, rate. Sigma squared, this is the population variance, which can also go under the names of variability and spread. Point estimator, this is something that we've also seen in the previous lecture. This is an estimate of a target population parameter. So this is a sample statistic that we use to estimate a target population parameter. So once again, in real life, we deal with samples, we estimate mean, proportions, variances for samples, and those estimates are sample statistics, which are the estimates of target population parameters. And every time we estimate a sample statistic, we want to know how good it is, how reliable it is, and to do that, we will construct something called a confidence interval, which is a so-called measure of reliability of point estimator. So in other words, we would like to know how close our point estimator is to the true population value. And a confidence interval includes a range of numbers that actually, with certain probability, contain the target parameter, and this degree of confidence will be this percentage with which this range of numbers do include the true population parameter. And as I already mentioned, there are a couple of confidence intervals that you need to be familiar with. So the first one is a confidence interval for population mean, and we will distinguish between two cases, the case for a large sample and the case for a small sample. The second type of confidence interval is for population proportion, and the last type that we will discuss is confidence interval for population variance.